Well, guys, it's that time of year again. Out of 100 people that sign up for a gym membership, maybe 10 are likely to stay consistent. Out of 100 people that decide to transition from weightlifting to calisthenics, maybe 1 or 2 is likely to stay consistent enough to see results. But if calisthenics isn't actually any harder than weightlifting, then why do most people quit? Well, the answer is actually more mental than it is physical. What do I mean by this? Well, think about it. In weightlifting, in many cases, you see progression much faster. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're actually progressing faster in weightlifting as opposed to calisthenics. What it means is that A, it's easier to measure in terms of just adding weight. And B, sometimes you can just struggle and cheat your way to a higher weight just by compensating with other muscle groups. But if we take an exercise like planche or handstand, for example, there's many variables that can affect your progress both mentally and physically, especially when starting out. Usually the first thing to weed out the newbies is ego. Because often you see a progression like a tuck planche or a tuck lever and assume it looks easy. But when you try it for the first time, you're humbled. This is because there's 3 common factors that people overlook when transitioning from weightlifting to calisthenics. One is that you have to consciously identify your weaknesses and the muscle recruitment required for a particular exercise. For example, if you're training planche, you may have strong shoulders, but you lack strength in your core, glutes, or hip flexors. And number 2 is that you have to form new mind-muscle connections, whether that be balancing a handstand or unlocking a muscle up. In many cases, you have the strength, you just have to figure out how to use it. And number 3 is that during all of this, your body weight will fluctuate, anywhere from 3 to 8 pounds. And while this may not seem like a lot, you'll definitely notice it when you're doing pull-ups on one day as opposed to another. For example, I tend to get more pull-ups in a fasted state as opposed to a fed state. Moral of the story is that while progress isn't always visible, you may not think that you're making any progress, but with the right plan, the right mindset, and the right timeline, you'll be much further along than the rest. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, please smash that like button. It really helps me sleep at night and makes my mom proud as well. How many likes did you get? 13, Ma! Drop a sub, ring the bell, and we'll see you in the next one.